Hi, Mighty Mommy here, and I'm ready to share some quick and dirty parenting tips with you that will help make your life as a parent a little less stressful and a lot more fun. I'm your host, Cheryl Butler. Hearing that your child has head lice can be a nightmare. There is no doubt that this will sound all your parenting alarms. But guess what? Head lice are actually no big deal. Yes, they are tiny wingless parasites that like to live in hair and drink the blood in our scalps. I know, totally gross. But head lice are not an actual health threat. So, if your child does come home with a case of head lice, stay calm, breathe, and follow Mighty Mommy's steps that have knocked out this lousy condition in several of her 8 kids. First things first. If you notice your child is doing a bit more head itching than normal, here's what to look for in case you're thinking it might be lice. A dry, itchy scalp. An allergic reaction to the saliva of lice causes itching, but only after an initial exposure period. A child who has never had lice won't start itching usually for several weeks into the infestation. But when he starts to scratch his head with vigor or reports a tickly feeling, it's time for a lice check. Nits. The tiny unhatched lice eggs are about the size of a pinhead. They're tan-colored if they are alive and a bit darker if dead. If hatched, their discarded shells are white and more visible. Unhatched, they are usually attached to the hair close to the scalp and are difficult to remove, hence the term nitpicking, but more on that later. Nits, which don't move, are usually easier than actual lice for a parent to detect. And then adult lice in the hair. Look for tan-colored or brown bugs about the size of a sesame seed. They frequently hang out in the hair behind the ears and on the hair above the nape of the neck and will crawl quickly and away from the light. If your child doesn't have a lot of them, they might be hard to spot. But brace yourself. It's very unsettling to see tiny bugs jumping around in your child's hair. But when you do identify them, they will be easier for you to spot and remove. How to treat head lice. If you have a confirmed case of head lice, don't panic and fall apart in front of your child. Yes, I know there's no question that head lice is not pleasant, and quite frankly, these icky parasites are gross. But lice is not a result of being dirty. In fact, they prefer clean hair. So stay calm, roll up your sleeves, and reassure your child that everything will be all right once you start the treatment. And there are 3 main approaches to treating lice. Number 1, the first is the comb out, using specialized nit combs. Definitely the most time-consuming of treatments, and one that requires a very cooperative kid and much patience from the parent. 2, next is using a chemical pesticide that you can buy over the counter or get as a doctor's prescription. It comes in a shampoo or cream rinse and kills all the bugs and nits in your child's hair. The third option is to smother them with natural ingredients. So let's talk about option number 1, the comb out. Arm yourself with a special nit comb available at most pharmacies and get to work. Sit your child in good light, either outside or under a lamp. Provide them, though, with some distracting entertainment, such as their favorite DVD or a computer game, because they are going to be sitting there for quite a while. Dampen hair with water or their usual conditioner and comb tangles out with a regular comb or brush. Then divide the hair into sections, clipping it up with pins to isolate one section at a time. Begin at the scalp and slowly move the comb to the ends of the hair, wiping with a paper towel or in a bowl of water in between combs to remove the nits and lice. When you have completed a section, reclip and move on to the next. Repeat the process in the following days. You might really need to do this for 10 to 14 days to cover the life cycle of a louse, to make sure that no louse or nit was missed. To watch a video of the process, visit the National Pediculous Association, an organization which advocates non-chemical approaches to treating head lice. This is highly recommended if you've never had the experience of lice before, because you will see it in living color and you'll know just what to look for. Visit the Mighty Mommy page for the link for this video. Number 2, chemical treatment. Permethrin or pyrethrin is available over the counter and sold under brand names like Nix or Rid. These pesticides are considered the first-line medical treatment for lice. If applied exactly as recommended, with a second treatment 7 days later, it should result in a very high rate of elimination of the infestation. The key to treatment with these products, however, is also following up with each application and doing a thorough going over with the accompanying nit comb. Do not skip the combing with the nit comb, even if you've inspected your child's head a dozen times after applying the Nix or Rid shampoo. The combing is imperative to get rid of the nits once and for all. Option number 3, smother them. I'm a huge fan of this method, having successfully gotten rid of head lice 3 times on 3 separate children with this method alone. For many parents, using an effective home remedy is often preferable to putting harsh chemicals on your child's head. Here are some of the natural smothering treatments that work well as long as you follow the instructions. Vaseline, which is petroleum jelly, and mayonnaise are effective but messy remedies. Instead, you might want to try olive oil. My daughter had lice in the 5th grade and had extremely long hair. It kept circulating throughout the school. I think it went on for 3 months. We used a nit comb and sectioned the hair to get out as much as possible. Then we smothered her hair in olive oil. I then put a plastic shower cap on her hair, wrapped it in a towel, and let her sleep like this overnight. First thing in the morning, I sectioned off the hair and combed out all the nits and lice, alive and dead, but hopefully you'll find mostly dead. I then used the blow dryer on a high setting to dry her oily hair. The heat kills living lice. Once her hair was dry, I used Dawn dish detergent as a shampoo, and after 2 to 3 washings, the oily residue was gone. You'll likely want to reapply the olive oil a second night to make sure you get all the nits. The key is sectioning off the hair and really getting every part of the head checked with the combing after you're done the next morning. Once you've completely combed out, washed, and dried your child's hair, make sure you wash all the towels you used in the process and clean out the lice comb. Soak them in a 10% bleach solution or 2% Lysol solution for 30 minutes and rinse very well to make sure nothing is left alive. Also, essential oils are also effective for a lice treatment. A number of essential oils have been shown to be effective in eliminating head lice. But before you use any essential oils, which I'll recommend below, put a small drop on the back of your child's hand. Although it's rare, some kids have allergic reactions to these oils, specifically the tea tree oil. In order of most to least effective at killing lice and nits, the essential oils include tea tree oil, lavender oil, clove oil, eucalyptus oil, aniseed oil, cinnamon leaf oil, red thyme oil, peppermint oil, and nutmeg oil. All you'll need to do is mix 2 ounces of olive oil with 15 to 20 drops of the essential oils I just listed, whichever one you choose. Apply to the scalp using cotton balls or a spray bottle, making sure to saturate the hair. Leave this mixture on the scalp overnight or for at least 12 hours. The following morning, comb out your child's hair, then shampoo, rinse, and repeat. Once the lice have been eliminated, the essential oil can be used in a spray bottle and can be used as a preventative treatment. Remember, combing out the hair is absolutely essential after any of the above treatments. Also, if one of your children has lice, chances are others in the family might play hosts as well. Because they're highly contagious, be sure to check everyone's scalps carefully, including your own. And here's how you could treat your home after a lice infestation. Soak all hair care items such as combs, brushes, hair clips, etc. in hot water at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. For items that cannot be soaked in hot water, such as headsets or helmets, place them in a tightly sealed plastic bag and put them in the freezer for 10 to 12 hours to kill the lice and eggs. Wash all bedding and clothing your child has used in hot water or run them through your dryer's hottest setting for at least 30 minutes. Be sure to dry clean items that cannot be washed. And place items that cannot be cleaned or run through the dryer, such as stuffed animals and toys, in a tightly sealed plastic bag for 10 to 14 days. This is to ensure that any newly hatched lice will die. Follow up with a vacuum to get rid of any lice dust or eggshells that were left behind. According to the MPA, vacuuming is the safest way to remove lice and fallen hairs with attached nits from upholstered furniture, rugs, stuffed animals, or car seats. Basically, wherever someone with head lice might have rested their head. Has your child ever had head lice? What remedy worked best for you? Share your thoughts in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/MightyMommy or post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page. You can also connect with me on Twitter at Mighty Mommy or email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. And don't forget, visit my family-friendly boards at pinterest.com/MightyMommyQDT. And did you know that QDT has a regular newsletter for our listeners and readers? If you'd like to receive the Mighty Mommy newsletter, please visit quickanddirtytips.com/newsletters and sign up. Head lice is an unpleasant disruption, but it's not life-threatening. So keep that in mind and remain calm if your family ever experiences it. Until next time, everyone, happy parenting.